Okay, I'm just gonna say, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay. So for this practice today, I'm just talking to the people at home, and when you're watching it at home, you might need 2 blocks, you might need a knee pad or something to put underneath your knee, you might need your chair or something to help you in some of the positions. So the things that we're going to be working on today is moving from posture to posture, but doing the same kind of movements in posture to posture. So we're going to start on the ground, then we're going to come into a seat, and it can be on the ground, it can be on a block, it can be on a chair, okay? Doing the same kind of movements, okay? Then we're going to go into a lunge. Then we're going to go into either a high lunge or a warrior 1 or a warrior 2 and do the same movements, and also standing in mountain pose. Okay, so that's how we're going to progress. As always, this is your practice, so you do what you can. Don't fret about it. If something just doesn't resonate with you, if something just is not feeling right in your body, just do part of it. Maybe just do the main posture, and maybe just a little bit of the arms, or just do the arms and just get into a different posture. Okay, so you just do what you can do. Okay, so we are going to start by just lying down. So that's where we're going to start first. So getting comfortable. And just taking some time. Is that okay with the lights off?
Yes.
Yeah, I know the lights are not the best. I'm going to keep them on up here just because it's gloomy day today. Okay. So just getting yourself all centered, adjusted onto your mat, and I'll allow yourself to arrive. So we're all lying down now. And if for whatever reason you don't want to lie down at home, then you can just sit comfortably. But it's really good to get yourself down onto the ground if you can. Just use your props, get yourself down onto the ground, and take some time to arrive into your space. Maybe gently close your eyes. Notice what's around you, the energy. If there's other people around you, if there's furniture around you, what there is. And then begin to move your attention inwards. And beginning to connect with yourself. So noticing how you're feeling today, what you're feeling today. Move your attention in and around and all over your body, up and down. Checking yourself out, noticing what there is to notice, whatever comes up. Try not to ignore it, but don't spend too much time. Okay, so those sensations, all they want is acknowledgement. Notice the way you're breathing. Maybe you can notice your heart beating or feel it, or maybe even hear it. Okay, whenever you feel ready, let's just take a nice big breath in. So try not to gulp it in, but just little sips, just fill your body up with air. And then gently, peacefully let the air all the way back out. And just notice if you're breathing in through the nose or through the mouth, if you're exhaling through the nose or the mouth, it doesn't matter, just be aware of it. And then do that again, fill yourself up Maybe a little bit more air gets in this time, and as you exhale, maybe a little bit more, you can get it out without forcing anything. Okay, and then the next time you take a breath in, let's reach our arms back behind our heads. Just stretch out the legs. And just reach. Maybe you point your toes, maybe you flex your feet. Don't worry about it. Just feel yourself lengthening right through your whole body. Okay, and then gently bring those arms all the way back down. So then do that one more time. Bring your arms back behind you. Just give yourself a nice little stretch again. Maybe you notice you're stretching more on one side than the other side. That's totally fine. And we're just giving a little bit stretch, and then we'll exhale and we'll bring those arms all the way back down. Yeah. Okay. Let's wrap our arms around ourselves. Just give ourselves a hug, just reaching towards the shoulders, maybe towards your shoulder blades, towards your back. Notice which arm is on top. Okay, and then on your next inhalation, open up your arms nice and wide. Just be aware of the space you have around you. And then exhale, hug in with the other arm on top. And this side might be different, might feel different. Good. And then your next exhale, open up your arms again. Inhale, I should say, open up your arms again and bring your arms down. Okay, so we're going to bring our arms down by the sides of our body with our palms face up. And you're going to direct your toes so that they face towards the left and the right. So the toes are facing away, like a ballet dancer with the heels kind of, they're not connecting. They might not even touch, and that's totally fine. The toes are just pointing away from each other. And then on your exhale, you're going to place the palms down, maybe even twisting the arms a little bit more. And then the toes are going to reach towards each other. Good. So then we're inhaling. We're going to open up the arms again. Palms are up. Maybe the thumbs are pointing away. And then the toes are going to point away from each other. Okay, so your chest is open. And we'll do that a few more times. Just go at your own pace. So twisting the arms inwards, the toes are pointing towards each other. Okay, and then inhale again, you're going to open. And let's do that 2 more times, just going at your own pace. And we're not going to the point that it hurts. We're just feeling that movement of opening and kind of like closing. A little bit of twist happening. You might feel that in the hips, the pelvis, the shoulders, the arms. Okay, and then after that last exhale, just bring your arms and your legs back to center. And we'll just take a moment here and just to notice. Okay, so we're going to start doing our little movements here. So inhale, the arms back up behind your head. And then we're going to bend at the elbows and bring the arms into cactus arms. Okay. The hands might fall to the ground. They might not. They might just be kind of hovering. So cactus arms, bending at the elbow. And see if you can stretch out the fingers like a goalpost kind of thing. Just push your back into the ground. Maybe you can push the arms into the ground, but don't force it. Don't force it. Good. Okay. And then inhale, bring those arms back up again, back behind you. Good. And then you're going to reach them in front of you. So pointing up towards the ceiling now. Your hands are pointing up towards the ceiling. Good. And then take your hands and then bring them over towards the right side. Just reaching over towards the right with both arms. And maybe one of the shoulders comes up, that's totally fine. Okay. And then inhale, come back up. Hands are pointing up towards the ceiling again. And then exhale over towards the other side. So we're kind of doing a little twist. And that right shoulder might lift up. Just reaching. Good. And then inhale, bring the hands pointing towards the ceiling again. Bring the hands together. And then bring that prayer down towards the heart. Okay, so we're holding the prayer towards our heart. Okay. And then from here, so keep the prayer, and then we're going to just side bend our bodies. So we're going to go towards the right side. So just going along the ground, we're just going to side bend towards the right. So that movement's coming from your hips, around your hips, your waist area, and it's like doing a banana, but we're not moving the legs. Okay. And then bring yourself back up. Just come back to center, and then do the same thing going towards the left. So it's just sliding your body towards that left side. Both shoulders are somewhat on the ground if you can. Just notice what you notice. It's just like a little side bend, but don't force it. Okay, and then inhale, bring yourself all the way back up again. Okay, reach your arms again up towards the ceiling. Good. And then bring the arms all the way down towards your thighs. Good. Okay. And then just take a moment here. Good. Just noticing what you notice. Okay. And then we're going to come up into a seat. So roll yourself over, push yourself up into a seat. And your seat can look however you want it to look. If you want to sit on a block, sit on a block. You want to cross your legs, cross your legs. You want to have your legs stretched out in front of you, have your legs stretched out in front of you. Okay. And we'll just sit up nice and tall. We're going to be doing the same kind of arm things. So just notice how it feels, because it's going to feel different when you were on the ground to when you're seated. Okay. So sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes again and just take a moment. Just notice how it feels to sit now. You might still feel supported, but maybe not as supported as you were on the ground. Okay, and then on your next breath, we'll reach those arms up towards the ceiling again. Reach up, and then we'll bring them into cactus arms. Okay, we'll just hold it here. Just feeling that movement. Feeling the breath. Try to relax the shoulders down and keep the chest open. And try not to drop the elbows. If you feel them lowering, just lift them up again. Good. And then we're going to do a little twist. So we're going to twist towards the right. So just twist just as far as you could go. So we're twisting around the waist. Okay. And then come back through center. And then twist the other direction towards the left. Make sure you're breathing. And then come back through center. Good. And then inhale those arms all the way back up again. Bring your hands down towards your heart in prayer. Good. Okay, let's side bend towards the right. Let's go as far as you can. Good. And then inhale, come back up. And then exhale over towards the other side. Try to keep both sit bones onto the ground so you're not tipping over. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Good. Inhale, bring those arms all the way up. And then we're going to reach the hands all the way down. Okay, so they can come down to the knees, or maybe we bring them onto the ground and then we walk just a little bit. So you can go as far forward as you feel like it. You can touch your toes if your toes are in front of you. Just notice how this feels. Okay, and then inhale, come back. Bring those hands back. And then bring them around behind you. Clasp your hands and just push down and push the heart forwards. And then release that. Good. And then just shake it out and take another moment just to notice. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Okay. So we are going to come up onto our knees. If the knees don't work for you, then either stay seated or sit into a chair. Okay. Use a knee pad if you need to. Toes can be curled or not. Okay, so it depends on how you, so you can be up like this, or you can come and sit back down, up to you. Okay, you can use a block, use a chair, you do you, however you need to be. We're doing those arm things exactly the same way. Okay. And if on the knees doesn't work, then don't be on the knees. Okay, so let's close our eyes again and just take a moment. And just notice how you're feeling. Okay. And then we're going to bring those arms all the way back up again. Again, it's going to feel different here. Good. Okay, and then cactus your arms. And hold it here. Breathe. And we're going to twist towards the left. So twist towards the left. Just go as far as you can. Don't force anything. Notice how you're feeling. And then come back through center. And then over towards the right. Good. And then come back through center. Excellent. Okay, inhale the arms all the way up. Bring your hands together in prayer, and then bring that prayer down again towards your heart space. And we'll side bend towards the left. Just going as far as you can go without forcing anything. Try to find balance here. Breathe. Next inhalation, come all the way back up. Good. And then go over towards the other side. Good. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Good. Reach the arms all the way back up again. And we're going to bring the hands down. So they might stay here and you just might bend forwards, or you can bring your hands to the ground. You can or not, entirely up to you, because we have to get back up again. So either here or here. Here is fine. Okay, so you do you again. And if you need to get off those knees, get off the knees. Okay. Okay, then inhale, walk those hands back, and then bring yourself all the way back up again. Okay, exhale, bring the hands behind you. Clasp them maybe in a different way. Maybe you hold on to a wrist or the fingers, doesn't matter. Push down, open up through the heart. So you're pushing your heart forward. You can lift up your chin a little bit if that serves you. Just be aware of how things are feeling. Again, there's so much going on right now. It's mind-blowing how much is you should be flooded with all these sensations going everywhere. Okay, and then release that. Okay, shake it out. Okay, and then if you feel like it, you can stay here, you can sit down, or you can even go into child's pose if you feel like it. Okay. If you need to take a break, or if you need to stand up, you can stand up. Okay, and again, just take a moment just to notice this. For some people, child's pose is going to feel great, and for some people, it's not. Okay, so you just do you. Okay, let's come back up, and we're going to come into a lunge. So we're going to bring the right foot forwards. Again, if you end up, you can use a chair. You can just sit in a chair, have one foot forwards and the other foot back. Or we can find our balance here. You can use a knee pad if you want to. Use the chair if you want to. So find your balance here, breathe, it's gonna feel different. So you have this thing called a midline, bisects you all the way down. So when you're in this position, and mostly actually when you're in any position, you want to see if you can hug into that midline. Okay. So you're kind of squeezing both sides of your body inwards. And that's going to engage some of the muscles, like you're in your inner thigh, in your core, in your obliques. Okay. Okay, let's inhale those arms all the way back up. Maybe one arm, two arms, whatever you're feeling, whatever works better for you, okay? And then cactus your arms again. Okay. I'm trying to make sure that that front foot stays firmly planted into the ground. And we're going to twist towards the right. Go slow. Okay, we're not whipping ourselves around. If you go slow, then you can notice when you need to stop. Okay, and then inhale, come back through center. And then exhale over towards the other side. Try not to bring that knee with you. Try to keep it where it is. Okay. And again, go slow. And then inhale, coming back through center. Excellent. Okay. Inhaling, reaching the arms back up. And then bringing the hands together towards the heart. Okay. And then we're going to side bend. Side bend towards the right. Don't fall off your knees. Don't fall. Just go as far as you can go. And then push into the ground and bring yourself back up. Good. And then we'll go over to the other side. The other side might be a little bit trickier. Try not to allow that knee to follow you. Good. And then inhale, coming back through center. Okay, we're going to reach those arms all the way back up. Then we're going to bring the hands down. So you might be here and you might just lean forwards. You might touch the ground. If you have blocks, maybe you touch your blocks. Okay, so you can bring your hands onto your knees. We're just leaning forward. So you do you. Okay, you don't have to lean very forward. And you can bring your arms, if you want to challenge yourself, bring your arms back behind you, bring your arms out in front of you. You, again, you do you. You know what you're feeling right now. So bringing your arms out or back is a lot more trickier. Okay, and then inhale, coming all the way up. You're going to bring your arms down, and then we'll clasp them again behind us, and then open up through the heart. Breathe. So the main thing is breathing. If you find yourself stopping breathing, that means you've gone too far and you need to change things. Okay. Okay. And then release that. Okay. So come back onto your knees. You can come back into child's pose, anything to recover. Okay. So for you at home or anywhere, if you want to use a chair, and it's too bad I didn't bring the chair with me, but it's okay. I have this chair. So if you have a chair, if you're using a chair, you can just be on the chair and have one leg forward and the other leg back. So this is the same, pretty much the same position. Okay. Just know that's always an option. Okay. Okay, so then when you are ready, we're going to do the other leg. Okay, so come back up and we'll bring our left leg forwards. There's also the option of sitting with your knee bent. So if you're like this, you can just have your knee bent. Or like this. This is also an option as well too, okay? Again, you do you. You listen to where your body is and what needs to be done. Okay, so the left knee is bent this time. Okay, so just make some adjustments, get yourself balanced. You'll notice what's going on with your body. There's no wrong here. Okay, there's absolutely no wrong. Okay, so now we'll start doing that again. So we'll bring those arms back up. Reach up and then cactus your arms again. Again, looking for that balance. And if only one arm wants to work, that's okay. Just do one arm. Okay, hold it here. And then we're going to side bend. No, we're not. We're going to twist. Yes, we're going to twist towards the left. Twist towards the left. The reason we're doing left and right and right and left is because, and changing it up is because that plays around with your brain health as well too. And coming back through center. And then we'll go over towards the right. Try not to allow that knee to follow you. Don't let it follow you. Okay. And then come back through center. Breathe. Okay. Now we'll reach those arms all the way back up again. Bring your hands together towards the heart. We'll stay here. Now we're going to side bend towards that left side. Just go as far as you can. Again, don't let your legs follow you. Inhale, come back up through center. And then exhale over towards that other side. Good. You might feel some shaking. Inhale, come back up. Good. And then on your next breath, reach the arms up. And then we're going to bring the arms all the way down. And your arms might just be here, or maybe you reach forwards and down a little bit. Maybe you can touch the ground. Maybe you reach a little bit further and reach your arms out, or maybe you reach your arms back behind you. So again, it just depends on how it's feeling in this part of your body and when you're in this position. What's going on here? Where do you need some support? Can you breathe when you're in this position? Whatever you're doing, can you breathe? Can you hold it here and find some ease in it? Okay, and then on your next inhalation, bring yourself back up. Bring the arms down. And we'll bring the hands back behind us. Can you change the position of your hands? Maybe you're holding your hands in a certain way. Can you do something else? Maybe hold your thumb, or maybe hold a different finger, or maybe the other hand holds a finger. Just try to do something different. That's going to help with your brain health too. Let that heart push forwards. Relax the shoulders. Good. And then we'll relax the arms. And then you can bring your leg back and you can go into a child's pose or anything else that helps you recover. So that might just be sitting down. Okay. Again, you do you. And just allow yourself to recover here and take time. So when we pause like this, a pause, it helps to notice, like, what just happened? What did we do? How were we feeling? You might notice that one side felt different than the other side. Maybe you had to do some adjustments. Okay, take a couple more breaths. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to stand up. So we're standing up in mountain pose. If you feel like you need a little bit more support with something, then use the wall and use a chair. We're just going to get up into our mountain pose and just you can wiggle around for a little bit. Wiggle around, shake things out. Maybe play around with wiggling the toes a little bit. Lifting up the heels up and down. Moving those hips around. And whenever you feel that you're ready, just settle yourself into your mountain. Close your eyes if it's available to you. So if you don't want to close your eyes, you don't have to. Just remember that. Okay, just try to stand up as tall as you can. Feel both feet rooting down into the ground. And then connection with those toes in the middle of your heel. And then move that attention into your ankles, into your knees, which are above your ankles, into your hips, which are above your knees, and then your shoulders, which are above your hips. Your head is right in between. Your arms are just gently, softly hanging by your sides. And take a few moments here. Okay. So if you want to challenge yourself, keep your eyes closed. If you want to see me, keep your eyes open. Bring the arms all the way back up again. You're going to reach up. See if you can push down through your feet, roll yourself a little taller, then we'll cactus the arms again. So that's the same position. How does it feel standing up? Let's hold it here. Now we're going to side bend towards the right side. So push into your feet firmly and then side bend towards that right side. Just go as far as you can go. And then push into the feet to bring yourself all the way back up. Good. And then we'll go over towards that left side on your exhale. Feel free to pause here, take an extra breath here. And when you're ready, bring yourself all the way back up. Good. Okay, now inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Another big stretch. Bring your hands together down towards the heart. Good. And we will side bend. Oh, did we side bend? Oh dear. Oh well, that's okay. That's okay. It's called life. Okay. And now we will twist then towards the left side. Twist. It's the same thing. Doesn't really matter. Twist. And then come back through center. And twist the other direction towards the right. And inhale, come back through center. Good. Okay, so on your next breath, reach those arms up. Then we're going to bring them down. And then it's up to you. So you can just lean forwards, or maybe you reach down towards your toes and you come into a forward bend. Maybe your hands stay on your thighs or your knees or your shins or your ankles or your toes, or maybe you just hang. Up to you. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. You can round out. Just notice how it is down here. Okay, and then we're going to slowly come back up. You want to bring up your head last so you don't get dizzy. Good, and then we'll bring our hands back behind us. Okay, and clasp them in a different way now. Maybe we reach around this time, so maybe we grab our wrists or our forearms or our elbows. So again, you do you. Just go to where you can go and don't force it. Make sure you can breathe. Good. And then we'll release those arms. Good. Shake them out for a moment. And then find some stillness once more in mountain pose. For a moment here. Breathe. Okay, so we'll get a little bit more tricky. So if you need a chair, use the chair. We'll take our right foot forwards and our left leg back. So you have options here. So high lunge, that's a lot more challenge. Warrior one, okay, you can do that. I think we're going to keep it there. I think either high lunge or warrior one, because we want our hips to face forwards. So again, you find where you feel balanced. And I mean, your legs can be here. They can also be all the way down here. Okay. So again, you do you. This is a lot more challenging. So find a place where you feel at ease and comfortable and balanced. And then we'll start doing the arms. Okay. So ready? Bending into that front knee. We're bringing those arms up. Okay. And then cactus your arms. We'll hold it here. Finding your breath, your steadiness. Okay. And then when you're ready, we are going to twist towards the right. So twist, don't allow those knees to follow you. So you're pulling into your midline again, both sides of the body. Okay. And then inhale, coming back through center. And then exhale, twist over towards that left. Go slow, go slow. You want to keep your balance. And your eyes always kind of follow last. They can move a little bit further if you want to, but always allow the eyes to move last. That will help to keep your balance. Okay, and then we'll come back. So you move your eyes first, and then the rest of your body follows. Good. Then reach your arms up. Hands together, down towards the heart. Okay, let's side bend towards the left this time. Side bend just as far as you can, equal weight through both feet. Inhale, come back up through center. And then over towards that other side. Side bend. Again, only go as far as you can go. Good. Inhale, coming back through center. And then inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And we're going to go forwards again. So keeping the bend into your knee, we're going to reach forwards. Maybe your arms come down and maybe you only come to here. Maybe you go further. Maybe you keep your arms reaching forwards. Maybe you reach your arms back. Again, maybe you touch your toes. Up to you. Okay, so there's a whole pile of different variations here. You find the one that works best in your body. Okay, and then we're going to bring ourselves back up again. So go slow, bring yourself all the way up. Again, the legs have not moved. The legs are stationary. It's all the upper body that's moving. Then we're going to bring our hands back again. Maybe we do something else. Again, opening up through the chest, softening the shoulders. Want to challenge yourself? Look up. Good. And then we'll bring ourselves back, release the arms, take a step forwards. Ooh, notice, notice, notice. So hopefully the weight was equally distributed. Most likely it wasn't. Notice that, notice that. The next time you go do it, see if you can make it a little bit more equal. Okay, so I'm going to turn and just take a moment in mountain pose. You can close your eyes. Just take a moment just to notice. Some of those sensations are going to start to fade away. Okay, some of them are going to hang on a little bit. It's okay, just notice. Okay, and then we'll do the other side. So we'll take the left foot forwards this time, right leg back. And again, we can again be in warrior one. You want to challenge yourself, come up onto your toes. Okay, so again, you just play around with it. Make sure your hips are facing forwards. Bent knee is right over top of your ankle. Okay, and we're finding our balance here. Make sure the weight is still in the front foot and in the back foot. Okay, and then we'll bring those arms up. Again, take a moment here. And then we'll practice the arms. And just take a moment, breathe. Good. And then we will twist towards the right. Go as far as you can. Knees don't follow. So make sure if your knees are starting to follow, you've gone too far. Inhale, come back through center. Good. And then exhale, twist the other direction. Again, we go slow so we know where to stop. Hold it here, breathe. Good. And then inhale, coming back through center. Good. Reach your arms up. Hands together. Exhale, bring the hands down towards the heart space. Okay. And now we're going to side bend towards that left side. Again, equal weight through both feet. Go slow so you don't fall over. You don't need to hold on to something. Do that. Inhale, come back up through center. Going slow. And then exhale over towards that right side. Taking your time, paying attention to what's happening. Breathing. Good. And inhale, come all the way back up. Good. Now we're going to go forward. So release the hands. They can come down, they can go up, and you're just going to tilt yourself forwards. And again, your hands can come down to your thigh, your knee, your shin, your toes. Reach out in front of you, reach behind you. So you do you, wherever you are. Okay, maybe try something different. Maybe try the same thing. Just make sure you feel at ease with wherever you are. And then when you're ready, bring yourself all the way back up. And we'll reach our arms behind again. Maybe in a different way. Open up through the chest, soften the shoulders. Challenge yourself maybe by lifting up your chin. You might feel your body shaking. That's okay. That's just moving energy. Just be aware of it. Okay, and then we're gonna release all that and take a step forwards. Come back into your mountain pose. Maybe just close your eyes again and just notice how you're feeling. Okay, let's do some circles. So we're gonna do some ankle circles. So let's move our weight into one foot. It doesn't matter which foot. Bend into that supporting leg, and we're just gonna do some ankle circles. So your foot can stay on the ground. You can hold on if you want to. Maybe you can lift up your foot. Up to you. Depends on where your balance is today. Focus on something. Try to stay upwards. That ankle moving. Maybe squeeze and relax the foot a couple times, shake it out, and then we'll go over to the other side. And again, the foot can stay on the ground, or you might want to lift it up. Again, just find your balance here. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. It happens. Honestly, it happens. When we're focusing on something, we tend to stop breathing because we're so focused. And the other direction. Again, you can squeeze your toes and release them. The side's going to be way easier than the other side. Good. And then you can plant that foot down. Okay, let's move the feet a little bit wider apart. Bend into your knees. Your hands can be into your hips. And then we can do some circles. Nice and slow, getting into those hips. And make sure you're breathing. Because even though we're moving the hips around, there's things happening in all the other joints at the same time. Those knees are getting moved. The ankles are getting moved. You should feel a little bit of a weight transfer from one foot to the other foot. It's very slight, but it's there. It's definitely there. Okay, and then go in the other direction. If you can relax your shoulders, are they creeping up towards your ears? It happens. Go a couple more times in this direction. Good. And then we'll stop. Let's do a few wrist circles. Sometimes we don't realize how much we have been cramping into our fingers. Yeah. And then the other direction. Okay, and then just bending at the elbow, releasing it. Good. And then release the arms, and then we'll just do some circles going into the shoulders. One direction, and then reverse that direction. Good. And then just move your head up and down a couple times, nice and slow. Good. Bring the head back to center, and then just bring it over. Chin over your shoulder, back to center, over the other shoulder. Again, don't force it. One more time on each side. Bring your head back to center, and then ear to shoulder. Again, try to soften the shoulders. Come back. Don't tip over. You're going to feel some stretching happening in the side of the neck. One more time on each side. Good. Back to center, and then just shake everything out. And then you're going to make your way back down onto the ground or onto the chair. Up to you. Whatever serves you better. Flat or sitting? Lying down. We're gonna move into Savasana. So okay. Yeah. So lying yourself down again, or sitting on the chair, whatever feels better. Feel free to take a few moments here. Maybe you bring your knees towards your chest. Maybe you bring one knee towards your chest. Maybe you rock. Maybe you do little circles in the back. And maybe you go into a twist. If you want to go into a twist, you can bend your knees and twist your knees over towards one side. If you're sitting into a chair, you can just either just move your upper body or move your knees. So up to you. So just doing whatever you need to do to just get rid of a little bit more excess energy. Some people will need to, some people are fine with just relaxing into their savasana. So again, you just do you until you figure out where you need to be. Feel free to keep your knees bent in savasana if that feels more comfortable for you. And then just allow yourself to melt. Feel yourself melting into the ground. So letting go of gripping anywhere into the body. Letting everything just soften. Let's take a moment here just to open up our mouths wide, maybe stick out your tongue, let go of the tension in your jaw. Maybe move your jaw from side to side, and then just let your lips gently come close. They might not even touch. Let your tongue float into the mouth. Just maybe floats up to either to your upper palate or just floats. Allow yourself just to be here. Feeling and noticing the breath moving in and out of your bodies. Every exhale allows you to settle a little bit more. very peacefully allow yourselves to deepen your breath. Just bring your awareness back to this place, to your body. And just stay where you are. If you want to sit up, you're very welcome to, but you can totally stay where you are. Do a little check in with yourself. Okay, and then being still the very end of May, we're going to do a little meditation, and May is definitely spring. So my favorite flower, which is right in abundance right now, is the dandelion. And I do call it a flower because I truly believe it is. It's not a weed. Has huge health benefits for nature and for ourselves. So, but it also gives us a really great perspective. So thinking about the dandelion flower. Okay, so just in your mind's eye, just noticing the head of the flower, that vibrant yellow, the stem, the green, and the big spiky forked leaves, and how they just branch off and grow, and maybe there's a few flowers in a bunch, or maybe there's just one. And maybe in your mind's eye, you can see the fields around here when there's so many of them. They're so brilliant. They're so beautiful. I'm just taking a moment just to acknowledge the dandelion. And then slowly the dandelion flower, that yellow, is going to kind of go in with itself. It's going to die off. And then all of a sudden we get all of these, the little fluff balls, I like to call them. So imagine the dandelion going to seed. We get these beautiful little fluffy balls. They're just waving in the wind. And each one of those little fluffy balls has so many seeds. So many seeds. And they're just waiting for the wind to disperse them around, or for someone like a child or me to pick them and blow. So imagining that you are in a field of all these dandelion flowers that have gone to seed, so little fluff balls, and go ahead and reach out and pick one. You can pick the biggest one you want, pick it up, and then observe it for a moment, and then blow. Nice and gently blow, and then watch those seeds disperse, moving all over the field, taken off by the wind somewhere else, ready to settle again once more and root down to create a new plant. And then thinking to yourself what that actually represents. Yes, it is a plant, it is a flower. Some call it a weed. But just take a moment and think about all the little seeds that went off and dispersed. I like to call them each a wish. So if you had a wish, where would you send it with that seed? What would that wish be? I also like to call those little wishes, those little seeds, opportunities. So what kind of opportunities did you just allow to be free? I also like to call them different perspective, looking at things from a different angle. So where have you, maybe in today's class, where have you looked at things from a different way of looking at things? Maybe it wasn't in the class today, but maybe where you could look at things from a different perspective, different thought process. And again, thinking about the dandelion plant, about how resilient it truly is. It will grow in a crack where there's no dirt. It will grow wherever it can find a place to land. It will root itself. And some of those roots go really, really deep, really deep. Sometimes it's really hard to pull out. And even if you do pull one out, another one will probably grow. So thinking to yourself, where are you resilient? Where are you strong? Where are you firmly rooted? Maybe in a thought, maybe in your life somewhere, in a position, maybe somewhere else. Where do you feel the strength, the resilience? Okay, and then let go of that and just take a moment just to acknowledge your practice today and reflect on your practice. What did you notice about the practice today? So, overall, the big picture, and then looking at the practice through your physical body, in your mind, your mental body, your emotional body. How did it feel with your emotions and your feelings? Was anything triggered? Brought you to a different place, a different time, whether it was good or bad? And then maybe spiritually, where did your practice take you that was spiritually? Totally different from religion. Okay. We all have a spirit, we all have a soul. So where did the practice maybe take you? Maybe you noticed, maybe you didn't. Okay, let's take a nice big breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. And then give yourself a little stretch. And then make your way into a comfortable seat. Sitting comfortably and bringing your hands towards your heart, bowing your head in gratitude. And just feeling grateful for yourself, for making it to this practice today, for doing something beneficial for yourself, for your body, for your mind, for your whole state of being. And giving gratitude to each one of you to join your energies here in this space. Because the more energy that comes, it's the better. That connection is always so important. And we will finish with, so take a breath in through the nose, side out, breathe in for Om. Om. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.